Hi, welcome to Lenscovery. This is Diana.
And I'm Michelle. Today's episode will focus on businesses in Hong Kong.
Hey, have you seen those pictures of people wearing weird costumes on Facebook recently?
Apparently it's Selfie Studio.
What is a selfie studio?
Kinning and Daniel went to Mongkok to find out all about it. Let's have a look.
Perhaps it's every girl's dream to be a model, but this place doesn't only make you a model, it is also a dream come true for two young entrepreneurs.
This radiant room filled with props and costume is part of this colorful photo studio Focus. Unlike typical photography studios, Focus offers the service in a special way by giving the camera shutter to the customers with a remote. Michelle Chow founded this first self-portrait studio in Hong Kong with her partner.
My inspiration came from my sister who got married last summer, and she went to the photography studio to take her wedding photos. It is quite strange because you got a photographer there and it's a stranger. You feel uncomfortable and not really that expressing yourself freely. We want to create a photography space that is more private, that you can take hold of the photography yourself. There is no photographer in my studio.
Since their opening 4 months ago, Focus has welcomed almost 8,000 customers. This number reflects people's increasing need for photograph opportunities.
We usually take photos when we go out for fun, and we pick the good ones to share the happy moments with our friends.
I just came back from overseas, and so we want to record the time we spent together.
I like taking these instant photos in the streets because it serves as a token of the memorable time.
The majority of the younger generation favor casual photographs and online sharing. But Michael Law, who has been in the industry for 20 years, believes the traditional photographers still have their place.
People nowadays no longer want high-quality photos. They want photographs fast for instant sharing on social platforms. This is the trend. People think that photography is getting easier. What they aren't aware is that it still requires much experience and skills.
Law built his experience and skills as an amateur for years. He believes this long way is what makes studio photographers valuable.
For a photographer, his own skills and his own viewpoint to photography are both very determining. I believe these are what one can hold on to. Still, the interest in photography is the only reason that drives a photographer's career.
For Chow, photography brings another meaning to her business.
Actually, every day we got many different people coming up to Focus, and they all got different stories, and it's really happy because people come up to take photos because they want to have a happy experience. They want to keep track of the happy memories they have.
No matter which style of photography you prefer, you will be able to find a suiting service in Hong Kong. The vibrant development of the photography business has given opportunities for photographers and businessmen alike. Yet perhaps the most benefited ones are those seeking to leave a precious memory.
I have a sudden craving for ice cream. Do you have any good suggestions?
But all the stores in Hong Kong sell the same flavor.
Actually, no. Naomi and I went to visit an ice cream shop that constantly invents new flavors.
Really? What are we waiting for?
Let's go check it out.
This isn't your average laboratory. It's Hong Kong's latest edible science, liquid nitrogen ice cream. LabMade has been producing these sciencey treats for around a year and a half, selling each at about 40 Hong Kong dollars. LabMade was able to open their second branch in August this year. Former pharmacist Ronnie Cheng, who co-founded LabMade, says they sell around 400 ice creams every day.
Liquid nitrogen is very cold, it's minus 200 degrees C, so it allows us to freeze our ice cream instantly. So the result is actually much smoother ice cream and much healthier ice cream in terms of the ingredients.
In a competitive market like Hong Kong, Mr. Cheng has to keep coming up with new ways for his product to stay on top.
We actually sell 4 ice cream flavors every 2 weeks. Traditionally, for other ice cream shops, they tend to do about 30, 40 flavors. So what we found is when people go to these ice cream shops, they tend to just pick 3 or 4 flavors that they're comfortable with. Hong Kong people are very used to just looking for new stuff. They don't want to try old stuff.
Lab-Made changes their ice cream menu every 2 weeks, and this has attracted customers to keep coming back.
It's my fifth time. I think it's special. I think it's quite expensive, but it's worth it.
Lab-Made recently received an award from HSBC for their online marketing.
We use Facebook a lot to do our marketing because it's a much cost-effective way to do it. We were able to break even as in monthly break even, right from the first month we opened this shop. So it's been quite lucky because our media coverage started quite early stage in our business.
Other local ice cream brands such as Mr. Softy and XTC have declined in popularity in recent years. XTC has closed down 70% of their stores since opening in 2001. Food blogger Katie Tam thinks Lab-Made is different from the average ice cream parlor.
I went to Lab-Made the first day it opened, so I tried out some of their ice creams, and it's a rather new concept for Hong Kong. There's like a lot of different kinds of ice cream shops in Hong Kong, and to stand out it's pretty hard, so you have to really make something different.
Lab-Made tries to set themselves apart with Hong Kong flavors like custard bun and crispy toast, which keeps coming back onto the menu.
Actually, a lot of reviews on Lab-Made say it's their flavors. Some might say their flavors are a little exotic, but then some might love it and then think their texture and everything is very good. So I think there's generally a mixed view.
With its growing fan base, Lab-Made has made the cut onto Hong Kong's must-eat desserts list.
This week's flavor is crispy chocolate Greek yogurt with strawberry sauce. This was freshly made straight out of the lab. And even as temperature is dropping outside, Lab-Made's ice cream are still hot on the market.
Diana, I really want to make ice cream like Lab-Made does. But it's really hard to turn your hobby into a career.
You know, Chris went to interview some guys who play games for a living.
A team of highly trained professionals are now making their way to a final prize of $80,000. Unlike other gamers in this cybercafe, players from Hong Kong Attitude are now competing in one of the biggest gaming competitions in Southeast Asia.
Founded in April this year by Hong Kong Esports Limited, Hong Kong Attitude, or HKA, is the first professional gaming team in the city. Derek Cheng, the CEO of the company, says the team is gaining increasing exposure.
Professional gamers are given basic salaries and work full-time. We are organized and efficient, and we have coaches. Actually, it's like football. There are professional teams among all football clubs. The ones with greater exposure will be sponsored by businesses and thus can earn income.
HKA plays the real-time strategic game, League of Legends, and the top prize of the game's world competition reaches $1 million. Cheng Hiu-Fai is the captain of HKA. After turning into a professional, he trains 9 hours a day, 6 days a week.
We have a training schedule, but amateurs do not. They progress more slowly because they have other commitments. It's a job for us, but it's also a hobby. So we put in more time and can improve ourselves faster.
Team manager Sandy Ip is a former gamer who had played in international competitions. He says the esports industry in Hong Kong was great at its time and it received no recognition. Though the environment has changed, he says parents nowadays still doubt whether gaming can pay the bills.
Actually, I can understand why they have negative feelings towards esports, but I think every profession produces its own masters. If a professional gamer can achieve good results, he wouldn't be earning less than a lawyer or a teacher. In some countries, retired professional players can be game commentators, team managers or coaches. Some will even set up their own brands to sell t-shirts or computer-related products.
The development of professional gaming in Hong Kong is still at primary stage, and there are now only about 20 paid professional gamers. It says for the industry to prosper, the support from government is crucial.
I think the government should first establish an esports committee and form a team representing Hong Kong. This is to attract more teenagers and potential gamers to the industry, as well as telling parents that the government is doing something positive about professional gaming, then it will become better.
Diana, what are you doing with this tissue?
This is my new business plan.
This is the end of our episode. Please check out more from our Facebook and YouTube. Bye!
Bye!